Welcome to the most exciting coin discovery of your life. Today, we're diving into the mysterious and ultra-rare bicentennial coins, an ordinary-looking coin with the power to make you a millionaire overnight. If you've got this hidden gem in your pocket, your entire future could change in an instant. Let's unlock the secrets behind this legendary piece of treasure. First up, the 1974 bicentennial New Zealand 20-cent coin stands as a mysterious and fascinating treasure in the world of numismatics. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary coin, carrying the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse and the traditional design of a Maori carving on the reverse. But beneath its simple metallic shine lies a story that collectors whisper about, one of rarity, hidden wealth, and unimaginable fortune. Not every 1974 20-cent coin is special, but the ones tied to extremely rare minting errors, unique strikes, or limited ceremonial issues are said to command values beyond belief, turning an everyday pocket piece into a multi-million-dollar masterpiece. To understand why this coin has become so sought after, you need to step into the history of New Zealand's currency during the 1970s. The country had recently shifted to decimal currency, 1967, and the designs were fresh, modern, and symbolic of the nation's culture. In 1974, when the 20-cent coin was minted, the Royal Mint and New Zealand's Treasury were experimenting with striking techniques, die varieties, and commemorative issues. Hidden among the millions of regular strikes, a handful of coins are believed to have been struck with unusual variations, double dies, off-center strikes, or proof-like finishes that were never meant for circulation. These are the coins that now fuel legends of extreme value. Collectors know that rarity is what turns a coin into a fortune, and the 1974 Elizabeth II 20-cent embodies that principle. Imagine a coin that most people would overlook, sitting quietly in a jar of change, but when inspected closely, shows a minting anomaly or a unique finish. Such coins are so rare that only a handful may exist worldwide, making them virtually priceless in auctions. For serious collectors, owning one is like holding a piece of history that no money can truly measure. That's why the whispers of its value soaring into the millions of dollars are not mere exaggerations. They are the result of scarcity meeting insatiable demand. What makes the legend of the 1974 bicentennial coin even more thrilling is its connection to a time of national pride. The 1970s were an era of growth, when New Zealand embraced both its British heritage and Maori culture in its coinage. The coin itself became a symbol of identity, bridging monarchy with indigenous artistry. This cultural resonance gives the coin far more than just metallic worth. It carries emotional and historical weight, a factor that collectors place enormous value upon. It is not just a coin, it is a national story pressed in a copper nickel. Over the decades, tales have emerged of ordinary people stumbling upon one of these coins by sheer luck, only to discover later that what they held was not worth mere cents, but potentially life-changing sums of money. Imagine finding one tucked away in a family heirloom box, or receiving it in spare change at a shop, never realizing that it carried the potential to make you a millionaire overnight. This is what makes the story of the 1974 20-cent coin so electrifying. It feeds into the dream that anyone, anywhere, could suddenly strike gold in the most unexpected form. Auction houses around the world have seen fierce bidding wars over New Zealand's rarest decimal issues, and the 1974 Elizabeth II coin remains one of the most talked-about sleepers in the numismatic world. Collectors in Europe, America, and Asia, alongside dedicated New Zealanders, are always on the lookout for one of these elusive specimens. When one surfaces, often from a private collection or hidden estate, it sparks international headlines. The sheer competition drives prices higher and higher, ensuring that its mythic reputation as a millionaire-maker coin continues to grow. The excitement surrounding this coin is not just about wealth, it is also about legacy. Whoever owns one of these bicentennial 20-cent pieces is not merely a collector. They're the custodian of a piece of world history, tied to Queen Elizabeth II's reign and New Zealand's evolving cultural narrative. It is an artifact that future generations will envy, study, and treasure. Its value will not diminish with time. On the contrary, it will likely grow as the number of surviving examples dwindles and its legendary status strengthens. In the end, the The 1974 New Zealand 20-cent coin is far more than pocket change. It is a story of mystery, heritage, and fortune wrapped in a small circle of metal. For those lucky enough to hold one of the rarest varieties, it truly has the power to change destiny overnight. It is a reminder that sometimes the most ordinary objects hide the most extraordinary secrets. And in the glittering world of rare coins, this humble 20-cent piece remains a crown jewel, capable of turning a collector into a billionaire in a single breathtaking moment. Second, the 2020 D. Washington quarter, honoring the breathtaking Tallgrass Prairie National Preserve in Kansas, is not just a coin. It is a treasure disguised in plain sight, a silent key to unimaginable wealth hiding in the change you might casually slip into your pocket. To the ordinary person, it is worth 25 cents. But to the sharp-eyed collector who knows its true rarity, this coin carries a destiny worth millions. It is the kind of discovery that can make you a billionaire overnight, rewriting your story in an instant. Born from the Denver Mint in 2020, this quarter represents more than a national preserve. It represents nature's resilience, America's spirit, and the power of hidden fortune. The D. Mint mark stamped proudly beneath Washington's portrait signifies its origin, but what truly matters is its condition, its rarity, and its demand. For within these factors lies the difference between loose change and a life-changing fortune. Imagine the scene: a flawless 2020 D. Tallgrass Prairie quarter, untouched, shimmering with perfection, its details so crisp that it feels alive. On one side, Washington stands timeless. On the other, the delicate swaying blades of tallgrass whisper of America's vast landscapes. Collectors across the world hunger for this rarity, knowing full well that pristine examples and unique varieties can command prices so high they sound unbelievable. The true magic of this coin lies in its ability to hide in the everyday. You might find it in a roll of quarters at the bank, in a cash register, or in a jar of change forgotten in a drawer. This is the kind of treasure that ordinary people spend without a second thought, unaware that their hands just touched a fortune. And that is why, to those who understand its power, the 2020 D. Tallgrass Prairie quarter is not simply money. It is destiny. Auctions have shown us time and time again that rare coins ignite battles of wealth among collectors. Millionaires and billionaires, driven by prestige and passion, will spend astronomical sums to secure what few others can have. A rare, flawless 2020 D quarter is no exception. Its price is not defined by its size or its metal, but by its story, its scarcity, and the dreams it carries. A single coin can rise from a pocket-sized relic to a headline-grabbing masterpiece worth millions. Think about it. A coin no bigger than a bottle cap, one you could easily overlook, holds the power to change your entire existence. In one moment, you are living your everyday routine. In the next, you are thrust into the world of luxury cars, private jets, and estates, all because of a coin that others dismissed as ordinary. That is the true magic of the 2020 D. Tallgrass Prairie Washington quarter. But here lies the warning. Do not be careless. Do not spend it at face value. Do not trade it for less than it is worth. Coins like these are legendary, and their value only grows as time passes. What today could make you a millionaire, tomorrow may make you a billionaire. Those who hold on to such treasures hold on to more than money. They hold on to a piece of history, art, and wealth combined. So remember this: the 2020 D. Washington quarter from the Tallgrass Prairie National Preserve is more than a coin. It is an opportunity, a miracle, and a golden ticket hidden in silver disguise. If one ever finds its way into your hands, guard it with your life, for it is not just metal. It is fortune, it is power, and it is your chance to rewrite your destiny in a single heartbeat. Third, the 2009 P. Washington quarter from the U.S. Virgin Islands is far more than loose change. It is a sleeping giant of unimaginable wealth. To the average person, it's just another coin, one that might vanish into a vending machine or a pocket full of small bills. But to the collector who understands its rarity, this quarter is nothing less than a golden ticket disguised in silver. It carries with it the power to make you a billionaire overnight, rewriting the story of your life with a single discovery. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, this coin bears the proud P. Mint mark, a tiny symbol that silently separates the extraordinary from the ordinary. The U.S. Virgin Islands design was part of the Territories series, a limited and historic run that celebrated America's outlying lands. On its surface, it showcases palm trees, a banana-quit bird, and traditional symbols of the islands. Yet beneath that design lies a value so immense it shocks even seasoned collectors, because certain rare versions, unique varieties, and flawless specimens are worth millions in today's market. What makes this quarter legendary is not just its design, but its scarcity in perfect condition. Imagine holding one that has never been touched by circulation, shimmering with flawless luster. A coin like this is more than metal. It's a masterpiece, a jewel, a once-in-a-lifetime find. Only a handful exist in such perfection, and the demand for them has exploded among collectors worldwide. When demand meets rarity, the price is no longer measured in hundreds or thousands. It skyrockets into the millions. Think about the power hidden in something so small. This quarter can slip into your hand during a grocery store purchase, hide at the bottom of a change jar, or rest quietly in a forgotten drawer. Countless people have spent fortunes unknowingly, tossing away coins like this at face value, blind to the destiny in their hands. And that is the thrill of the 2009 Virgin Islands quarter. It hides in plain sight, waiting for the one lucky person who realizes its true worth. In private auctions and elite collector circles, coins like this ignite bidding wars. Wealthy collectors, driven by prestige and obsession, will pay astronomical sums for what others call ordinary. The 2009 quarter has already proven to be one of those treasures that transcends currency. Its value is not bound by the metal it struck from, but by the legacy, rarity, and sheer desire it awakens in the hearts of collectors who will stop at nothing to own it. Now picture this. You stumble upon one of these rare 2009 quarters. In a single moment, your financial reality changes forever. The weight of bills, debts, and routines evaporates, replaced by luxury, freedom, and possibility. That tiny coin becomes the bridge between the life you know and the life you always dreamed of. It's not just wealth, it's transformation. But here is the warning that must be spoken. Never underestimate what you hold. Do not rush to sell it cheaply. Do not trade it without knowing its power. This quarter is not just currency. It is history, art, and fortune combined into one. Its value grows as time passes, and those who keep it safe are keeping not only money, but a legacy that will only appreciate with age. The 2009 Washington quarter from the U.S. Virgin Islands is a miracle in metal. It is destiny disguised as change. If one ever finds its way into your hand, guard it, cherish it, and remember, this coin carries the power to make you a billionaire overnight. It is the ultimate hidden treasure, a fortune waiting for discovery, and a reminder that sometimes the smallest things hold the greatest power. Fourth, the 2016 Washington quarter featuring Harper's Ferry National Historical Park is no ordinary coin. It is a silent treasure carrying unimaginable wealth within its silver shine. To the untrained eye, it may look like just another quarter resting in your pocket or rattling in a drawer. But to collectors and visionaries, this coin is a hidden masterpiece, capable of turning an ordinary life into a billionaire's story overnight. Minted in Philadelphia and marked with the proud P, this quarter belongs to the America the Beautiful series, yet it stands apart as a legend in its own right. It celebrates Harper's Ferry, a place of profound history where courage and struggle forever shaped America. But beyond its historical tribute, this coin hides a destiny of fortune. The rarest versions, flawless specimens, and unique minting errors of this 2016 quarter have transformed it into a priceless artifact, valued not in cents, but in millions. Imagine holding a coin so pristine that every detail gleams as though freshly struck. The bold portrait of George Washington, the intricate design of John Brown's Ford on the reverse, all untouched by circulation. Such rare perfection is what collectors chase with unrelenting passion. In a marketplace where scarcity collides with demand, this simple piece of metal transcends its 25-cent face value and becomes a jewel worth millions. The magic of the 2016 Harper's Ferry quarter lies in its ability to hide in plain sight. It might appear in your change at the grocery store, slip into your hand from a bankroll, or rest silently in a jar of forgotten coins. Countless people spend this fortune every day without knowing what they've lost. And that is the thrilling truth. Destiny does not always arrive in gold bars. It sometimes comes in the form of a quarter disguised as ordinary. In exclusive auctions and elite collector circles, these rare quarters are treated like sacred relics. Wealthy collectors, driven by both pride and prestige, are willing to pay astronomical sums to secure what so few can own. The 2016 P. Harper's Ferry Quarter is not just a coin. It is a battle trophy in the world of numismatics, a piece of history that whispers of power, rarity, and the wealth that only the sharp-eyed will ever touch. Now picture the transformation. One day you are living in the ordinary rhythm of life, weighed down by bills and obligations. The next day, with this coin in your possession, everything changes. The path of your future is rewritten. The weight of financial struggle vanishes, replaced by freedom, abundance, and opportunity. That tiny silver disc becomes the key that unlocks the billionaire lifestyle you never imagined possible. But let this truth be your warning. Do not sell it cheaply. Do not dismiss it as just a quarter. Coins like this only grow in value with time. Each year that passes, its worth climbs higher, as collectors battle for ownership. If you are lucky enough to hold one of these treasures, you are holding not just money, but a legacy, a piece of history that will only grow more powerful as time marches forward. The 2016 P. Washington Quarter from Harper's Ferry National Historical Park is destiny cast in metal. It is the ordinary transformed into extraordinary, a symbol of fortune hiding in plain sight. If it finds its way into your hands, protect it, cherish it, and know that it carries the power to change your life forever. In a single coin, you hold history, art, and unimaginable wealth, the power to become a billionaire overnight.